Welcome everybody to another look at pieces from my late father's collection. Today we're taking a look at all the small things. So let's go ahead and get the chaff out of the way. We're going to start with these two school buses right here. These are the kind of buses you could find at like a car wash that you can buy while you're waiting. They're pull back and have a little motor inside. Both of them. The rubber tires. There's nothing marked on the base to show, who makes them. Now you'll notice the 540 in the window. My father, when he drove school bus at one point, was Route 540, so he thought it'd be fun to write it in the window. I still don't know how he did that. Looking at this one, it appears to be, they're generic. They're not any particular kind of bus, but if I had to put this one close to one, I'd say it's a GMC. GMC with a Thomas body. This one, door opens on it. This one has definitely got a Bluebird body on it. And I would say probably a Freightliner front end. This one's got a stop arm on it as well. Again, they're just both generic. This one doesn't have any stop arms. They do have the motors in them, so you pull them back to make them go. And these are the kinds of things I would have gotten, on a trip to the local car wash. They would run you, $2, $3 each. Next up, we have these 3 Coca-Cola trucks. These actually came with some coffee mugs back in like the early 2000s. I would say 2001. They're completely plastic except for the front ends on them, which are die cast, and they have rubber tires on them. Nothing special as far as like pullback or anything. Some like gold chrome trim. Just really generic. And this one's a tanker of some sort. I guess if you really like Coca-Cola, you can just back a tanker up to your house. I don't know. The yellow one features the classic Coca-Cola Santa Claus on the side. These markings on them are all stickers. They're not tampos or anything like that. You have a standard Coca-Cola bottle truck. And last, the white tanker. You'll notice on one of the sides, the sticker work is not exactly the best. They were clearly hastily put together, and on the bottom it does say made in China, but that is the extent of what I could find out about these. But I do know they came with coffee mugs, mostly because I remember when Dad got them. Next up, fans of NASCAR. If you remember, there was a time when you could buy like Excedrin bottles and get a NASCAR model with them. In the case here, we have Andy Houston's number 92 Excedrin car from Racing Champions. Now, Dad never opened this, but I'm going to, and he probably would have a fit because I am, but it is what it is, being outsmarted by a box. The car on the inside is, your standard Racing Champions NASCAR car. Metal body. The tires on it are not rubber, they are plastic. It's got the graphics for all the sponsor stickers, Goodyear tires. You know, just a standard Racing Champions NASCAR race car. Just with maybe a hair more detail than they normally would have. This one being a Monte Carlo. Now we're going to take a look at some Matchbox cars. First up, we have the 1957 Lincoln Premier. Don't know the actual release, but the artwork on these boxes is really nice. Let's take a look at the car. This one is like an off-white, almost eggshell color. It's got a green windshield and a black interior. Detail work's been done all around this car with chrome and doing the lights. It's got a chrome base, so it's kind of hard to see the base, but here you go. Just standard Matchbox wheels for the time on it. Just a really nice looking model. Next up, also from Matchbox, we have the 1951 Dodge Dart Phoenix. I'm sorry, 1961. Again, it's got really nice artwork on this box, so I'm going to do my best not to destroy the box more than it already is. This is a slightly off-white in color. I know it's kind of hard to tell on the camera. Once again, they've done some tampo work on it to really bring out some detail. This one also has a green windshield on it. Oh, Butterfingers. Anyway, the base on this one is chrome as well, and this one also has the standard Matchbox wheels for the time. Again, I don't know when these were released. If I had to guess, I would say early to mid 2000s. My father had a thing for like the really classic cars, and it wasn't always muscle. Now, lastly from Matchbox, we have this 1968 Ford Mustang 428. And this one I was actually looking at before we started filming, number 52. And once I clean it up, it'll look a lot better, but this one's really nice in the black with the gray striping. Again, with the standard Matchbox wheels, though. They actually took the time to doing the lights, and on the back there's a license plate, though I really can't make out what it says. Probably 68 Stang or something like that. The base is a gloss black. And all three of these, by the way, have been, well, this one anyway, has been metal base, metal body. The other two are plastic base, metal body. This one has a white interior. Moving on, from Ertl, of all places, we have this 1958 Plymouth. Now, unfortunately, the mirrors on this one have broken off. There's a detailed undercarriage with the exhaust and the tranny and all that. It's got rubber tires. The doors do not open, neither does the trunk. I'm sorry, the trunk does open. And there's a little spare tire inside. It's this brown color. A little bit of a detailed engine under the hood. Pretty nice model. Ertl puts a lot of detail into their models. Also from Ertl, we have this 1961 Impala in gray with white trim. Again with the detailed bottom underneath. And rubber tires as well. The trunk opens up. The lights on the back are actually like stick-on studs. I've never seen that before. And there's a detail on the front. The hood does open up to reveal a detailed engine inside. The doors do not open, unfortunately. This one's also missing one of the mirrors. It's missing its passenger side mirror. But again, I mean, Ertl made really nice 1/64th scale cars. Now, towards the end, Dad started getting into these M2 machines. This one was released in 2008 and is 1/64th scale with rubber tires. This 1957 Ford Fairlane 500 in blue. A little bit of write-up on the side here. And on the back, you got a list of all the ones in this set. And of course, the nice thing about M2 machines, they all come on a stand. And it's up to you whether or not you want to decide to use it. I mean, they're just held on by a screw. I don't know what it is with me and getting outsmarted by boxes. Now, this one is in a really nice blue color. Unfortunately, nothing opens on it, be it the hood or the trunk or the doors. But it does have rubber tires, and you really can't see it because it's on the base, but the rear rubber tires are like super wide. This thing was actually kitted for drag racing. Yeah, but unfortunately, nothing opens on this thing. Just really nice blue with some gold and that chrome trim. Up next from M2 Machines, we have this 1953 Ford Crestline Victoria. This one is in a metal flake blue with lots of gold trim, opening doors. Let's see if I can, there we go. Let's see if I can get it out of there. Rubber tires on this thing. This is one of M2's nice ones. Got an engine under the hood. Unfortunately, the trunk does not open. Just a really nice looking classic Ford. Really pops in this. It's the camera doesn't do it justice. It's like a metal flake blue color, and it's just really, really nice. Also from M2 Machines, we have this 1954 Dodge Coronet. This one is in like a metal flake green, lots of chrome trim, white wall rubber tires. Clearly the hood opens up and there is an engine underneath. Nice hood ornament on the hood. Doors open up on it. See if I can get a look at the interior here. A little bit of detail in the interior. Unfortunately, the trunk does not open up. And again, the camera really doesn't do this car justice. If anybody has any suggestions for a kind of like a light box or a photo booth that I can make, feel free to drop a comment below. Now, I love my Volkswagens, and Dad was the same. And here's a 1960 VW Microbus Deluxe European model from M2 Machines. And this is that classic color scheme of red and white. The engine compartment, you can tell by looking at it, does open, but I'm not going to try it. These things have always been tough to open in the back like that. It does have rubber tires and a white interior, and it's just super cool looking. And it's actually my goal to actually own one of these eventually one day in real life. Don't know how close I'm going to get to that goal. They seem to be getting more and more expensive. So that's it for today. Just a quick look at the smaller models in Dad's collection that I found. Stay tuned. We have a video coming up this week. We are going to make a couple changes to the channel. Nothing big, but we're going to announce that. Also, we won the 2018 race series on Blackburn Family Racing, so we're going to go over our prize. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon for notifications. Play with your kids, and we'll see you next time.